Hello again, everybody. We're live. Okay, we wait here. Um, have some announcements. Or some notes. When people show up. Um, let's see. So as we wait for people to show up, I'm the only one here right now. We basically have four, four stories for tonight. And if the way pull me out of line. When they come back. Come in before I go and shut my door. Well, that part, never mind that. Oh, okay, not probably. Uh, all right. Well, at least good thing I didn't. And good thing nobody was here yet for that little mistake. But anyways, uh, excuse me. Let's see. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. When you're on a shopping trip, looking at candy canes and sticks, making a big to do about this Christmas, making about to do about it all. A minute 10, and we're just waiting to see who else might show up. Hmm. Yeah. Hey, ATC, I see it. Mike's muted. Yeah, I was muted because I was trying to take care of something. Um, Hello, everyone. I hope you're all well. Yeah, thus far, there's only two of us. Yeah, thus far, ATC. Still waiting on a few more people. So, um, anyway, so how was your day today? ATC, toys, ATC. Wait a few more minutes. See if anybody else shows up. Of course. Okay, cool. Yeah, I may just have my um, concentration split just for a couple moments here while I get this key back on my keychain here. Don't mind me. There we go. Got that on now. Yeah, well, thank you for showing up here, boys. I really appreciate it. Cool. Um, just still waiting. Hmm. Did it again. Sorry about that. Uh, yeah, my concentration's been a little split tonight because I've had some other stuff going on. So sometimes I need to remember if I'm going to stand up, probably, obviously turn off the camera. Um, it's been good. Laugh out loud, going through vids to schedule. Found I forgot to schedule one. Laugh out loud. So now I have to go through and add an apology for being remiss in publishing it. Yeah, I know. Sometimes you get so you get going so much that sometimes you like forget a lot. You know, I get that. Eh, Oh yeah, I'm just as I said, just still. Let's see, we're almost at the 10-minute mark now. Maybe as I said, since there's only two of us here, I'm gonna give it. Normally, I'll start right at the 10-minute mark, but with just two of us here, I may wait a little longer. Maybe wait till the 15-minute mark. I'll be right back. Just gotta go off camera for just a moment here. Yeah. So basically, what I'm gonna be doing, gonna be covering like the three story. Basically, I have four stories tonight, but three of them are from last night that I didn't get to. It once again, all the stories are anime related, so the only new one is a Studio Ghibli announcement. So we'll be talking some Attack on Titan, some Sailor Moon, and um, Studio Ghibli. That's what's on tap for tonight. And let's see if I can start getting things set up here for that. Have that all ready. Oh, sweet. And I guess whoever that Janet girl was didn't show up last night, and maybe she won't show up tonight. I actually did go to her channel and leave a comment in her discussion section, but haven't heard back from that. So I really don't know what's going on with that though. Uh, but anyways, other than the crazy, yeah, yeah. So how's the weather up there in Canada, my friend? Snow everywhere. I love it. Yeah, here in Southern California, kind of funny. We've been on a bit of a heating trend. Last few days we've been anywhere from the mid to upper 70s. Even I think one of the days we had 81, so we were low 80s during the day, and then at night it's like high 40s, low 50s. So we've been like really been a real gap there. Um, and a real gap there. And of course, if you haven't already, if you can like and share the stream to where we can see if we can then we get some more people in here. That help. I appreciate the help there at that. Help with the algorithm and all that. So let's see. All right, so let's see. 14 minutes 25. 14 and a half. Excuse me a moment while I go off camera for just a quick sec. Alrighty. Oh, we have three people in here. Hello, third person. Welcome to the stream. You're just in time as we're about to start the news stories. So anyway, so here's the first one we're going to talk about tonight. Attack on Titan character designs reveal a major final season plot point. New character designs for the final season of Attack on Titan reveal a major plot point that will have ramifications for the fan favorite anime. And there's some of the artwork for that. New character designs for Attack on Titan revealed a major plot point for the hit anime series upcoming final season, which has fans of the manga, which fans of the manga will be familiar with. Um, a fan account posted photos of the new character designs for the fourth and final season by Tomohiro Kishi. The new character designs for Aaron Yeager, Armin Arlet, or Arlert, Connie Springer, and Levi all appear to have matured and aged the characters a few years since the anime left off. And then I think Matt, here's, I guess, some of the copies of the tweets of the character designs here. Push Levi too. This revelation means several years have passed between the end of Attack on Titan season 3 and the beginning of season 4. The news may come as a surprise to fans who have only followed the anime, as manga tend to run ahead of its animated counterparts, which we've heard quite a bit over the years. Debuting in 2013, Attack on Titan has left fans waiting for years between seasons in order to keep the anime from catching up to the manga. The season is under the development of Mappa, um, taking over from Wit Studio, who animated the first 3 seasons. Based on the manga series of the same name by Hajime Isayama, Attack on Titan, the final season, premieres December 7th and will be available to stream on Crunchyroll and Funimation. Wonder if they will eventually bring the final season back to Toonami or not. That would be interesting to see. Let's see. Did you want me to post in the main event collectors room? If you want, go for it. Yeah, anywhere you post it helps. If we can get their attention, if they want to come in and check out what we're talking about and stuff like that, that helps. Maybe they'll come in, they'll want to subscribe as well. So anything helps there. So anyway, so that was the first story. So again, just December 7th, which I believe will be this Saturday. Um, Again, you have to kind of wonder if it will eventually end up on Toonami or not. Uh, but at the rate things are going, it's almost like I think Toonami's winding down again. Um, as it were. Let's see now. So moving on to the next story, then. Let's see now. So moving on to the next story. Okay, so there's one other Attack on Titan story. Then I'll come back down to the Sailor Moon story. So here's the other Attack on Titan story right here. Attack on Titan launches final season countdown with new character debuts. So, um, so here's the here. Okay, so here we go. Attack on Titan celebrated the countdown to the final season's debut with production staff illustrations that highlight a new cast of characters. Let's see. And still nobody's made much of anything yet. Oh, wait, actually, I know what I wanted to see there. Time. Yes, I might want to slow this down just a tad. Um, with only 7 days remaining until the fourth and final season of Attack on Titan airs, the series, well, it's a little less than 7 now. It's um, today's the second, so it would be more like 5 days. But the series began its countdown with some art that unveils a glimpse at a cast of new characters. The Twitter post that shared these illustrations announced that it was connecting the 7 day countdown, or it was commencing the 7 day countdown to the final season's debut. Um, the piece of art in question was illustrated by the show's production staff, and it was revealed that it would be the first of 7 pieces set to be released during the countdown. I guess here's one of the pieces of art right here. For followers of the anime who have not been keeping up with the manga by Hajime Isayama, the characters on display in this image might be rather surprising. In the place of the protagonist followed thus far, there are instead a small group of new, seemingly younger characters, none of whom have been previously seen in the show. Earlier releases, earlier released images have already hinted at drastic changes to set to arrive in the final season, with many of the well-known characters looking quite different. And we saw that in the previous article I just read. In terms, there's a bit of a time skip, kind of similar to what happened between Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. Okay, so with that, okay, we continue on here. Since the beginning of the countdown, more production staff illustrations have been released to celebrate the impending arrival of the story's conclusion. There have included images of characters far more familiar to fans of the show. However, they have also continued to highlight the prominent role of the newer series. And here's another piece of the artwork from that. For fans who need to recap the series or perhaps read ahead in light of the new information shared in these posts, the entire manga will soon be receiving colored reprints to allow for a more vivid revisiting of the story. As for the final season itself, the first episode is set to debut on NHK General TV on December 7th. Again, that's 5 days from now. So I think that's Monday. That's this coming Monday. Funimation is set to premiere the episode on the same day as its Japanese release, while Netflix Philippines will be airing it on December 11th. Based on the manga series of the same name by Hajime Isayama, Attack on Titan, the final season, premieres December 7th on Funimation. Now, of course, kind of have to wonder if that is going to be just subbed or will that be dubbed as well. Have they been dubbing it? But I don't know for sure if they've been dubbing it, or and will they have it on Toonami at a later date or something like that? Well, those questions will be interesting because Attack on Titan has been a Toonami fixture for the last few months as well. So, do you guys have anything you want to add to that? You guys have anything you want to say about? I don't know if you guys watch Attack on Titan or watched Attack on Titan or not. If you guys want to share your views on that, just give me a sec while I go off camera for a moment. Let's see. I haven't watched past season 3. Okay. Well, I think this is what they said. This was the fourth and final season. So if you haven't watched past I mean, if you've watched up through all of season 3, then you're pretty much caught up at least on the Doug side of it, I guess. Because I think what they're saying here, this is the fourth and final season right here that they're talking about. Excuse me again, sorry. Hmm. So yeah, so I guess we'll wait and see what happens with all that. But if they want to get some exposure to it, they might want to get it back onto Toonami as quick as possible because I don't see a lot of people signing up with Funimation to watch it. So, okay. So, anything else you guys want to add? Going once, going twice, and we're gonna move on here. Move on to the next story, the Sailor Moon story here. Sailor Moon Eternal debuts movie poster. The new poster for the Sailor Moon Eternal movie has been revealed, as well as the film's official release date in Japan next year. The first official poster for the Sailor Moon Eternal movie recently debuted on Twitter. The Sailor Moon Eternal poster features Sailor Moon alongside the villainous queen Nehelinia. The poster also confirms Sailor Moon Eternal's um, recent date of January 28th, 2021. The second film will premiere on February 11th, as confirmed by comicbook.com. And there's all the text in Japanese. There's, I guess, the poster. That's a pretty impressive contrast right there. A good Sailor Moon versus and the evil Queen Nehelina. Linia. Sailor Moon Eternal is a two-part movie event which adapts the Dream arc of the original Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon manga by Naoko Takeuchi. Um, that arc features the Sailor Scouts battling the Dead Moon Circus as Nihilinia sought to rule the Earth. It will also introduce the Sailor Scouts ally Helios, who guards the golden crystal that gives Tuxedo Mask his powers. Sailor Moon Eternal will take the place of a fourth season of Sailor Moon Crystal anime series. Interesting. So we're actually going to see how Tuxedo Mask gets his his powers, his abilities. So that's pretty. Yeah, that's still that. Okay, so as we continue on with the story here, Chiaki Kon, who directed season 3 of Sailor Moon Crystal, will return to direct Sailor Moon Eternal. Also returning is Kazuko Tadano, who handled the character design for the original 1990 anime series of Sailor Moon. Uh, Both films are jointly produced by Toei Animation and Studio Dean, two very well-known anime studios. You know, Toei Animation's been around since the 60s. Um, Starring Katono Mitsuchi as Usagi Tsukino, Sailor Moon, Hisako Kanemoto as Ami Mizuno, Sailor Mercury, Rina Sato as Rei Hino, Sailor Mars, Ami Koshimizu as Makoto Kino, Sailor Jupiter, Shizuka Ito as Minako Ano or Minako Aino, Sailor Venus, and Misato Fukuen as Chibi Usa, um, Sailor Chibi Moon. Sailor Moon Eternal will premiere in theaters in Japan on January 8th, 2021. No international release date has been given for the film. Oh, this will probably be kind of kind of another direction they'll probably take away from the Sailor Stars arc that was really just railed on. So I don't know. Well, no, chances are, well, you may have seen this on Toonami or your version of Toonami, but have any memories of Sailor Moon that you want to share there, ATC? And if I thought I was gonna these were gonna go this quickly, I would have probably just and the next story is gonna be even quicker than these. I thought these were gonna go this quickly. I may have tried to do at least two of them. Hmm. Alrighty then. Guess I will move on to the next story then. And considering how quickly we're going to these stories, I may actually go look for stories report on after the next one. I'm going to read. Well, I'll just continue up the scale here and then go down through some of the others. This is all the anime stories here. So there was at least one other one that I was going to read. The newer one's a Studio Ghibli story. So I get to that, here it is. Studio Ghibli releases first Earwig and the Witch trailer. So let's take a look at this one. This one, from what I understand, is I when I looked at it earlier was pretty short actually. Studio Ghibli goes full 3D in the first trailer for its upcoming animated movie Earwig and the Witch, bringing its magical characters together. Yes, here's the artwork right here. Interesting stuff. After dozens of hand drawn animated films, Animation House Studio Ghibli is releasing its first full length production rendered entirely in CG animation with Earwig and the Witch, which has debuted its first trailer. I guess this is CG. This is CG animation right here. Look at that. Look at that nose up there on that blue-haired woman up here. Oh, now we're back up to three people watching, so that's good. Oh, third person. Hope you're doing well tonight. Anyway, so as we move forward here, then ahead of the film's Japanese premiere on December 30th, Studio Ghibli has released the full trailer showing its eponymous orphan growing up in the 1990s England. After being adopted by a mysterious couple, Earwig finds herself immersed in the world of magic and monsters as she settles into her new home. So here's, I guess, the first trailer right there. The upcoming animated movie adapts the fantasy novel of the same name by Diana Wynne Jones, who had previously written the novels inspiring Howl's Moving Castle. Um, Studio Ghibli co-founder Hayao Miyazaki produced the film, with his son and fellow filmmaker Goro Miyazaki directing the feature. Originally set to premiere this past summer at the Cannes Film Festival, Earwig and the Witch's premiere was delayed due to the coronavirus pandemic, COVID 19. Instead of receiving a wide theatrical release in Japan, it will air on television network NHK, G Kids, NHK, G Kids, who previously handled the American release of Lupin the Third the First, Lupin Third the First, announced it had acquired the North American distribution rights for the film and are planning a theatrical release. G Kids, which is interesting. I think they're based out of New York as well, so you may hear some of the New York voice actors involved. Directed by Goro Miyazuki, Earwig and the Witch will premiere on December 30th in Japan, with a North American release planned for early 2021. So that's all of the stories that I had basically planned for tonight. Um, Laugh out loud. Yeah. That does kind of look like a cute little movie. Excuse me a moment while I go off camera again. Sorry. Okay, so now, now it's just gonna be some random stuff going on here. Let's see. Gonna look for some stories, see if there's anything here that. Generally, when I look up stories, just to, because you see all these stories here, I focus more on releases and just more generalized stuff. Things where they're talking about specific plot lines and stuff, specific plot lines of or specific story arcs. I usually don't necessarily cover those because I don't always read or watch the animes as much. But usually I'll focus on things like uh, TV. I'll focus on like releases, certain other developments. Let's see. Down to where we were in this. I think one of the main things we were looking at or was the kind of work our way back up here. This is the TV section of CBR. You remember that? So let's see. So yeah, but this guy right here looks kind of like Jonathan Frakes from Star Trek, um, The Next Generation. I played Commander Riker. A lot of Mandalorian stories here. Where's Screecher? I haven't been paying attention to the Saved by the Bell revival, so see if you guys are saying anything here. Um, guys are late tonight. Well, yeah, I mean, well, Anonymity's always late because he's working. I think Leto might be working. Well, remember, Anonymity's usually late because he gets off work a little late, so he's usually now. Granted, he's usually but here by now, but Bat Goat usually on Wednesdays has trivia night, so he doesn't get in until a bit later as well. So as for some of the others like Woody and I think right now the only ones who've been here regularly are you, Anonymity, Backgoat, Woody, and Leto started coming more regularly of late. So um, I think we got like what 4 or 5 people who are here fairly regularly. Um, got at least 3 people in here now. That's good. Okay, so I'm going to continue trying to look through here, see if there's anything that catches my eye or interest here. Playing the action comedy is Amy. The only thing, see here. Batwoman season 2 episode titles ask whatever happened to Kate Kane. Um, let's see. I guess since this one is kind of also connected to comics in a way, guess I'll cover this. Maybe I'll read through this story and we can comment on it. See if anybody's got anything to say about it. I know the Batwoman series got a lot of coverage over the last couple of years, obviously. Batwoman season 2 episode titles has Whatever Happened to Kate Kane. CW released the first few Batwoman season 2 episode titles, including 2.01 Whatever Happened to Kate Kane. All right. And sometimes series will of course do this. Um, Based on the first few episode titles for Batwoman season 2, Kate Kane's Ruby Rose disappearance will play a large role in the story early on in the season. CW released the episode titles for the first 5 episodes of the series sophomore season. Episode 2-1 will be titled "Whatever Happened to Kate Kane" and will be followed by "Prior Criminal History," "Batgirl Magic," "Fair Skin, Blue Eyes," and "Gore on Canvas." According to showrunner Caroline Dries, um, Kate will disappear from Gotham very suddenly at the start of the season, causing problems for her friends and the city. Original Batwoman Rose left the series earlier this year for a variety of reasons, including some related to COVID 19. She was replaced by Javicia Leslie, who joined the cast of the CW drama this past July. Leslie will play Ryan Wilder, a brand new character who will take over the mantle of the Scarlet Knight from Kate. Um, and of course, we did read up a little bit on Ryan Wilder as well. According to the character's description, Wilder is very different from Kate, having spent years as a drug runner and currently living in a van with her plant. Like like Kate, she is gay and a highly skilled warrior. Although their fighting styles differ greatly. Leslie is not the only new cast member joining the series for season 2. Shivani Guy will play Shafia, the villainous ruler of a small community on the island of Coriana, who was referenced multiple times in season 1. Leah Gibson will portray Tatiana, a skilled assassin known as the Whisper, who is loyal to Shafia. While Nathan Owens will star as Ocean, a Zen gardener and loyal soldier, comes to Gotham um, looking for a fresh start. Meanwhile, Alex Morph will play Victor Zaz, a charismatic, skilled hitman um, with high, unpredictable energy. He proudly carves tally marks um, onto his skin for every victim he killed. Yeah, I've heard of Victor Zsasz. He was in the comics. Um, let's see, the Whisper might have been in the comics too, as part of the Society of Assassins. So that might be interesting. Okay, so still, let's see. Yeah. The CW's Arrowverse is going through some major changes this year. Oh, did I skip a paragraph there? Wait, nope. Okay. All right. So we'll finish this up here. Aside from the Batwoman casting news, both Supergirl and Black Lightning will come to an end when they close out their sixth and fourth seasons, respectively. Meanwhile, the network is developing a new series based on the Brazilian Wonder Girl Yara Flor and has Superman and Lois Lane on deck to premiere in 2021. Finally, the Arrow spinoff, Green Arrow and the Canaries, okay, is awaiting a final decision on its future. Batwoman stars Javicia Leslie, Rachel Skarsten, Megan Tandy, Camrus Johnson, Dogray Scott, and Nicole Kang. Season 2 premieres Sunday, January 17th, 8 p.m. Eastern Pacific on the CW. So that's all for that one. All for that story. Let's see. Hey, Anonymity. Hey, just got off, heading home. Yeah, you pretty much missed the main stuff. Evening action. I already got through the three stories from last night that I didn't, and even though I added one before the stream, I'm just going through adding stories now because we ended up running short. And on the CW, where bad ideas generate. Yeah, we're just reading the Batwoman article there. A minute. Okay, let me go back down here because wait, that was the story. That was the story we're reading. I'm gonna go off camera for just a moment here. Laugh out loud. Yep, terrible show. Ha ha ha. Back up to three. Okay. and I do appreciate the likes and the shares, guys. Hopefully, we get some more people in here. Um, so let's look and see what other stories we can find of interest here. Okay, well, here's another kind of release. Disney Plus's Hawkeye starts filming in New York City this week. Let's take a look at this one. This is kind of a Disney Plus's Hawkeye starts filming in New York City this week. Long awaited Marvel Studios Hawkeye TV show starring Jeremy Renner kick off kickoffs or kicked off principal photography shortly in Brooklyn. There he is with the bow and arrow there. Marvel Studios is producing a Hawkeye TV show for the streaming service Disney Plus, and it now appears that the program will begin filming shortly. Disney Plus Hawkeye show gonna be doing some filming in downtown Brooklyn next week, wrote journalist Chris Welch on Twitter. Welch's tweet was accompanied by a photo of the flyer informing people to move their vehicles by 10 p.m. on December 1st to make way for filming on the series Anchor Point, the working title of the Hawkeye program. Here's I guess Welch's. So that was going down today. Then I guess that filming may have been going down today. Hawkeye's filming start date was previously delayed in the wake of the coronavirus pandemic, COVID-19. Other Marvel Studios TV programs impacted by the health crisis include The Falcon and the Winter Soldier and Loki. The Hawkeye series will follow Cliff Barton, Jeremy Renner, as he trains Kate Bishop as his protege. Jeremy Renner will reprise his role as Barton with the series, drawing inspiration from writer Matt Fraction's run on the title. Rumors have pointed to Haley Steinfeld Bumblebee stepping into the role of Bishop. While additional rumors have suggested that Florence Pugh will reprise her role as Yelena Belova from Black Widow. Marvel Studios' Hawkeye stars Jeremy Renner as Hawkeye. The Disney Plus series does not currently have a release date. So it looks like they're doing the preliminary filming right now. Ha ha ha, guess they couldn't cancel Renner. Guess not. Let's look on and see what other stories we can find here. Okay, that was just there. All right. All right. There you go. That was sure. Oh, too bad Batgoat's not here. He would love this story. And considering that we're in December here, oh, too bad Batgoat's not here. He would love this story right here. We're up to 4 people now. Hello, fourth person. I hope you're having a good day today. And as always, guys, if you guys can help out by liking and sharing the stream and seeing if we can get some more people in here, that help greatly. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and read this one because even I remember that this is one of the I know Batgoat would probably be would love this story, and of course I watched this before too. The Smurfs' terrifying Christmas special was a fight with the devil himself. The Smurfs' terrifying 1982 Christmas special pit them against none other than the devil himself, who relentlessly pursues two innocent children. Excuse me a moment while I go off. I'm gonna have to go off screen for just a moment here or two. Let's see who else is here. Um, Vikings is still on TV. I guess. Ha ha ha, Smurfs. Hey, Mike and Anonymity and Toys. I'll be there, but driving to work. Hey, Leto. Have a good one tonight. Yeah, everybody came in late tonight. We're just past the hour mark, too. I'm going to go off camera for just a moment, guys. I'll be right back. Hey, Leto. Just got home. Going to figure out something to eat. Okay. Anyway, so let's continue on with this story then. All right. The Smurfs franchise is known for its upbeat and kid friendly tone, emphasizing the importance of friendship and community. While the 1982 Christmas special from the Smurfs' second season doesn't deviate from these points, it does feature a genuinely terrifying villain in the Christmas Stranger, a supernatural purple cloaked man who mirrors none other than the devil himself. The supposed animated counterpart of Lucifer appears only a few minutes into the episode. The plot follows the Smurfs as they prepare for their Christmas celebration, setting up the tree, wrapping presents, singing Christmas carols, and annoying their friends with horn solos. Nearby in the forest, an older man and his two grandchildren, Guinevere and William, are happily singing hymns in their sleigh when the sinister Christmas stranger sends a pack of wolves that attacks the trio and flips the sleigh upside down, trapping the grandfather and severely injuring him. The children escape, but the Christmas stranger relentlessly pursues them. And there's the devil himself and Gargamel. Gargamel, who is voiced by the late great Paul Winchell. I don't know if Paul Winchell's actually dead, but by the great Paul Winchell. Um, when the children meet Gargamel, a wizard who despises the Smurfs and constantly plots to destroy them, they beg him for help, but he turns them away, only to be confronted later by the Christmas stranger. He reveals that the children's uncle always interferes with his wicked plans and hopes to kidnap the children in retaliation. The Christmas stranger ropes Gargamel into his schemes, pulling a move for pulling a move for the devil by promising to give the hapless wizard a scroll that will destroy the Smurfs once and for all if he helps. See if you guys. I saw all that. I guess we did see all that, didn't we? What a jerk! They were only sled riding. Well, I think jerk is putting it lightly. Anonymity. I mean, they're depicting this guy is Satan. Basically, they're saying this guy is Satan. Basically, okay. So calling whatever you want to call him, the devil, Lucifer, Satan, whatever. Calling him a jerk is putting it lightly. Ah, that's putting it lightly. Ah, um, let's see. Gargamel obliges and brings Guinevere and William to the Christmas stranger, who, true to his word, presents the wizard with the scroll, which he uses to destroy the Smurfs village and their Christmas tree. Hoping to get a reward of 10 gold coins and the children's uncle, Gargamel points the man and his followers in the direction of the Christmas stranger, prompting the fiend to suddenly appear behind Gargamel and accuse him of violating their contract. Well, you guys know what they say, right? No honor among thieves. uh, of course, I'm sure that the devil's not going to fix the Smurfs village because I think destroying the Smurfs village also, you know, also helps him out. Ha 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 ha. Wow, we got up to 5 people finally. Anyways, excuse me a moment, guys. Yeah, so, anyways, as we continue on with the story here, um, and look at that. Look at that, guys. There's Gargamel beg on his hands and on his knees begging, and his cowardly cat. That cat is named Azrael. Gargamel and Azrael. Meanwhile, the Smurfs come to the two children's aid after hearing them sadly singing in the forest as the Christmas stranger and a pack of wolves advance upon them. Realizing the Christmas stranger is nothing but pure evil, Papa Smurf instructs his fellow blue folk to sing as they've never sung before. And they raise their voices against the fiend, insisting that goodness makes the goodness makes the badness go away. Goodness makes the badness go away. Goodness makes the badness go away. Yes, that was the song. They even get Gargamel to join in the singing, which makes the Christmas stranger weaker until he vanishes into thin air. Presumably, he's banished back to the underworld, and the Smurfs happily celebrate the victory while the children reunite with their uncle. Okay. No, nobody's adding anything yet to the conversation. Okay. A jolly jaunting tune. Yeah, yeah, and I know the Smurfs actually sing it better probably than I do. But I've seen this special a few times too. It's pretty cool. While the episode ended on a happy note, there can be no denying the surprisingly bleak addition of a devil like figure who proudly boasts about his network of evil informants, summons massive rings of fire at the drop of a hat, and makes deals to ensure the suffering of others, and conjures swarms of slithering snakes. Even the Smurfs, who tend to see the goodness in everyone, including Gargamel, yeah, um, view him as entirely evil. Voiced by Rene Auberjonois Noir, and mind you, that's the best way I can pronounce it. Rene Rene Auberjonois is known, of course, as Odo from Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Um, he also, of course, was Clayton Endicott in Benson. He was also the voice of Desaad in um, the voice of Desaad actually in the 80s Galactic Guardians Super Friends show. As I think he reprised the role as well in the Justice League cartoons of the 2000s as well. So um, Christmas Stranger oozes menace as he chases the children through the forest and uses dark magic against his enemies. Let's see. In fact, from what I remember of that special, Gargamel, as he's singing that song, he's saying, "Goodness makes badness go away." He goes, "Yeah," like it's practically cutting him to gag to sing that song. ah, the Smurfs Christmas special doesn't explicitly label the Christmas stranger as the devil, but his abilities to summon fire and snakes, create finding scrolls, and his eagerness to make deals with the easily influenced paints a clear picture of who the Christmas stranger is and the evil he represents. Sure, he was defeated by a song, but it's the goodness within the Smurfs and the children that drive him away. Yay! Good story. Let's see. Wow, we're at an hour and 15 minutes here. So we're making good time here. See if I can find at least one more story to get us to at least the hour and a half mark. Let's see. DuckTales ends with season three. Oh yeah, this must be another reboot. DuckTales ends with season three. Disney recently. It can be such a pain. I think it can be such a pain. Fun story. Yeah. If you guys have never seen that Smurfs Christmas special, I'd recommend it. It's kind of a fun one. It is a fun one to watch. A lot of '80s stuff was fun. You may have gotten moral stories in it, but it wasn't like they were trying to shove those moral stories down your throat. You know, they still really made it fun to learn. Those things. Evil can exist where there is good. Ha ha ha. hmm So DuckTales ends with season 3. So let's look at this story here. Disney recently confirmed that it's ending its beloved DuckTales reboot with its currently airing season, as it felt the story has come to a close. Or rewrite history, DuckTales. Woo! Unfortunately, there will be no more adventures in Scrooge McDuck's Duck McDuck Manor. Disney recently confirmed that it's planning to end DuckTales after its currently airing third season, as confirmed by EW. Um, its main reason to end the series isn't due to a cancellation so much as creative team feeling as if season 3 ends the show's storyline. The talented creative team led by Matt Youngberg and Francisco Angonis um, have delivered exceptional storytelling with uniquely reimagined characters for 3 seasons of 75 episodes. I guess 25 episodes a season, and more than 15 shorts. Disney representatives said in a recent statement to the press, while physical production has wrapped, DuckTales continues to be available daily on Disney channels and Disney Plus around the world, and fans will get an epic season finale in 2021. Disney XD's DuckTales debuted in 2017, and although it started as a reboot to the original '80s series, it soon grew into its own unmatched realm of quippy callbacks and quirky humor. Quack, quack, quack. The series paid homage to several animated series from the Disney Afternoon lineup, including Adventures of the Gummy Bears, bouncing here and there and everywhere. Fine adventure that's beyond compare. They are the Gummy Bears. They are the Gummy Bears. Tailspin, Quack Pack, Goof Troop, port to the Goof Troop, and we'll always stick together. Yeah, we're the Goof Troop, best of friends forever. Yeah, we're the Goof Troop, and we'll always stick together. Yeah, we're the Goof Troop, best of friends forever. Now we're calling everyone. Come along and join the fun. Report to the Goof Troop. Ba-ba-do-a-do-ba. And Chippendale's Rescue Rangers. Sometimes some crimes go slipping through the cracks, but these two gumshoes are picking up the slack. There's no case too big, no case too small. If you need help, just call Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers, Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers. So, anyways, let's see what we have here. Okay. You mean back when shows as such had lessons on life? Yep, that's what I'm talking about. Mike knows his intros. Yes, I do. I've watched them enough over the years. And then we got, of course, Darkwing Duck. Let's get dangerous. Darkwing Duck. Based on the 1987 series of the same name, DuckTales stars the voices of David Tennant, Danny Pudi, Ben Schwartz, Bobby Moynihan, Kate McCucci, Beck Bennett, and Tox Olagundoy, Tony and Selmo, and Paget Brewster. I think the only name I know in that is Paget Brewster. All current seasons are available to stream on Disney Plus, and there are no current plans to remove the series from the platform. So there we go with that one. Ha ha ha! I remember Chip and Dale and Sung with You. Yep. I can hardly remember Darkwing Duck. I remember watching it though. Yeah, Darkwing Duck. I guess you could say Darkwing Duck was Disney's answer to Batman. I would say. Um, let's see. I mean, in a way, I mean, let's see. If you think about it, Darkwing Duck was, as I said, Disney's answer to Batman because you had Darkwing Duck who pretty much dressed a lot like Batman, just in purple. And then if you look at some of his rogues gallery, you got Cracker Jack, who you could argue maybe Disney's version of the Joker. Bushroot, maybe Disney's version of Poison Ivy or the Floronic Man from the DCU. The Liquidator, um, maybe a more of a water form of Mister Freeze. Um, let's see, and then you had Negaduck, who served as, of course, Darkwing's alternate universe counterpart, um, kind of like Owlman on Earth C. So Batman Zorro mix. Yeah, yeah, some Zorro in there too. Yeah, I can see your point there as well. Excuse me a moment. Gizmo Duck. Well, Gizmo Duck was more from DuckTales, but yeah, blabber and blatherskite. It's kind of funny because when Gyro came up with that password, of course, apparently that was some kind of idiom that not a lot of people use, and one person in their life happened to use it. ah, blather and blatherskite. Anyways, excuse me a moment. I go off camera one more time here. Sorry. See, wow. So we're at an hour and 25 minutes now. So, see. So, yeah, let's try see what else we have here. Is there anything else that might be of interest? Hmm. All right, so we went through like anime and TV sections, and I initially had four stories, but I think we went through like six. I think we went through six tonight. So that just goes to show you we were only able to go through two last night because the two that I had were pretty long, and then like the other three, I could have probably maybe I could have at least done two of those last night, but but whatever. It gave us some material for tonight. See, we're coming up on an hour and a half here, so might be a good time to start winding down a little bit here. So we're at an hour and 27 minutes. By the time I finish all my regurgitations or whatever, um, we'll be getting closer to the 2 hour mark too. Okay, so with that, guys, so are you guys ready for this day in each history? And as always, guys, tomorrow night I'll have, of course, more news. I'll be looking up for more news items. I'll probably have some tomorrow night, and then of course Friday with Bat Goat, I'll be, of course, doing the comics retrospective. So hopefully you guys will look forward to that. This Friday we'll be looking at April of 1936. But as I was asking, are you guys ready for this day in each history? Neat me, sure. Okay. All right. Well, with today being Wednesday, December 2nd, 2020, let's take a look back at this day in each history. Let me just do a little preview work here first to just see where we're at with all this. Okay. Yeah. Uh, okay. All that being said and done, let's look back on this day in each on this day in each history, December 2nd. So first off, we're going to head back 25 years ago today to 1995. On this date in 1995, Bump in the Night would finish its would conclude its run on. Think it was canceled. It would finish its run on ABC, on ABC Saturday mornings. So on this date, 25 years ago today, Bump in the Night would be canceled and end its run on ABC. So with that, moving on to the next story. On this day in the year 2000, from the Sheffield Arena in Sheffield, England, the WWF at the time would host its Rebellion pay per view. In the main event on the night, Kurt Angle would retain the WWF Championship in a fatal four-way over The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Rikishi. Also on the undercard, you would see Bull Buchanan and the Godfather of Right to Censor. Um, Basically, the storyline of having a group of wrestlers who kind of acting like the um, basically the political right or whatever. But Bull Buchanan and the Godfather would retain the WWF Tag Team Championships over the Hardy Boys. Also, you saw Crash Holly defeat William Regal for the European Championship, the late Crash Holly. Um, Steve Buchanan, or Steve Blackman would retain the WWF Hardcore Championship over Perry Saturn. Ivory with Steven Richards in her corner would retain the Women's Championship over Lita. And the night started off um, with a three-way elimination tables match that was won by the Dudley Boys over Edge and Christian and Tess and Albert, known collectively as TNA, with Trish Stratus, with Edge and Christian being eliminated by Albert, or Edge and Christian eliminating Albert after pulling him off the top rope into a table. Then the Dudley Boys eliminating Christian with the Dudley Death Drop 3D, basically the flapjack into the cutter move. So on this date, 20 years ago in the year 2000, WWF held its Rebellion pay-per-view in Sheffield, England at the Sheffield Arena. Feel like I've seen that, not sure. You might have heard about it. I know it was a pay-per-view from England. I don't know if it was actually broadcast in the States or not, though. I, I do know there was a time WWF WWE was doing some pay-per-views that were exclusive to England. I don't know if this just happened to be one of them. Um, See, I didn't see any notations on that. So yeah, they didn't say anything here as to whether or not that was in fact the case. But I guess it's possible. Okay, so anyways, so moving on then to the next piece of history, and we've got two from like 10 years ago to today. So first off, on this date 10 years ago today in 2010, DC released the 15th issue of Brightest Day as part of the Brightest Day crossover event. So on this day, issue 15 went on sale on newsstands. Brightest Day, the Brightest Day crossover event. Whatever happened to the Manhunter from Mars? So on this date, 10 years ago today, Brightest Day number 15, 15th issue of Brightest Day, went on sale on newsstands. It was part of the Brightest Day crossover event, which was basically a Green Lantern story. It's basically what it came down to. And 2010 is just so nice that we have to hit it twice. So the other piece of niche history that happened on this date 10 years ago was in regards to the anime known as Togainu no Chi, literally translated blood of the reprimanded dog. Um, on this date 10 years ago today, episode 9, Bond, would premiere on the TBS and NBS networks in Japan. So on this date in 2010, the ninth episode Bond of the anime series Togainu no Chi Bloody Curse was premiered on this date on TBS and MBS. So, with all that being said, that's all that happened on this date in Nietzsche history. I thank you guys for dropping in tonight. Hope you guys will have a good day. Already did my announcement, so I think this would be a good time to bid everybody adieu. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow night, where we'll probably cover some more stories. Hopefully, you know. um. Anyways, guys, thank you for dropping in again, and I appreciate the likes and shares. Let's see if we can try to get some more people in here soon enough, huh? Anyways, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.